Hi, first grade. My name is Caroline Kipp from Citizenship Academy in Syracuse, and I am back to teach first grade skills, Unit 3, Lesson 3. Let's go over some of our objectives for today. We are going to ask and answer questions orally and in writing about the story The Two Dogs. We're going to talk about and describe characters, events, and facts from The Two Dogs. And we're going to talk about the illustrations and details from The Two Dogs to describe its characters, setting, and events. And we are going to build simple and compound sentences orally in response to prompts. Let's get started. The Two Dogs. Once two dogs met. One of them was a tame dog who made his home with men. One was a dog who ran free. The dog who ran free stared at the tame dog and said, "Why is it that you are so plump and I am so thin?" There they are. "Well," said the tame dog, "I am plump or thick because the men feed me. I do not have to run all the time to get my food. My job is to keep the home safe when the men are in their beds. When they wake up, they feed me scraps of food from their plates." There's the plump dog. "Your life must be a fine life," said the thin dog. "I wish my life were like yours." The plump dog said, "If you will help me keep the home safe, I bet the men will feed you too." "I will do it," said the thin dog. There's the thin dog. But just as the thin dog said this, the moon shone on the neck of the plump dog. The thin dog said, "What is that on your neck?" "I am on a rope when the sun is up," said the plump dog. "Rope?" said the thin dog. "Do they keep you on a rope?" Well, he looks sad for him. "Yes," said the plump dog. "When the moon is up, the men let me run free. But when the sun shines, they keep me on a rope. I cannot run and be free when the sun is up, but it is not so bad." "No, no," said the thin dog as he ran off. "I will not have a rope on my neck. You can be plump. I will be free." There he goes. He's running away back to be free. All right, now I am going to do a sound off. I want you to clap when you hear the ooh sound. All right, listening ears up. This is just a short, silly story, okay? So you're going to clap when you hear the ooh sound. Ready? Here we go. Stu Booth's tooth is loose. It is hard for Stu to chew his food. Soon, Stu will lose his tooth. When Stu loses his tooth, he will get a brand new tooth. How silly was that? All right, I am going to read it again, but I'm not going to clap in between, okay? I want to hear you clap. All right, here we go. One more time. Stu Booth's tooth is loose. It is hard for Stu to chew his food. Soon, Stu will lose his loose tooth. When Stu loses his tooth, he will get a brand new tooth. That was a lot of clapping. My hands are sore. Nice work. Okay, so we read the story, The Two Dogs. Now we're going to go over some discussion questions and then we're going to be all done. So, were there any parts of the story that were confusing to you? There was one part that was confusing to me, why the thin dog wanted to be tied up like the plump dog. I think maybe he thought it would be easier to get scraps of food from the men, but being tied up doesn't sound like a great deal to me. All right, number 2. The tame dog says his job is to keep the men safe when they sleep at home. What do you think the dog does to keep the men safe? Maybe the dogs bark if they hear noises. They might know that someone was trying to break into their house, or there might be a stranger there that the men aren't expecting. Right, number 3. Why does the free dog think at first that the tame dog has a fine or easy life? Why does the free dog think at first that the tame dog has a fine or easy life? Remember, the men he lives with feed him scraps of food so he is plump and not hungry. Number 4, why do you think the free dog is thin? Remember, he's not tied up. He does not get scraps from the men. So why would he be thin? Probably because the free dog has to find his own food in the wild, right? And he gets a lot of exercise running around in the woods and wherever he goes. He doesn't have anybody feeding him, and he's not tied to a rope. All right, number 5. What do you think is the lesson or moral of today's story? Remember in the story, the free dog thinks that the plump dog has a better life because he gets fed, right? But he also has to live on a chain, so it has its ups and downs. So I think 2 morals of the story would be 1, be careful what you wish for, and 2, that the grass is not always greener on the other side. And what that means is it might look better somewhere else. It might seem like that they have it better than you, but they really don't. The grass is not greener over there. It just seems like that, but you're probably better off on your own grass. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun, guys. I will see you next time for Unit 3, Lesson 4. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye-bye.